this is Debushmita and I warmly welcome you back to my channel. After 6 months of saying video soon, this video is finally here. To start with my basic introduction, I'm Debushmita Biswas and right now I'm sitting in Miranda House because this is where I'm pursuing my bachelor's in history honors, my dream course and my dream college. And of course, I believe that history is the past, the present and the future. With that in mind, I really love my course a lot. If you want to pursue history honors from Delhi University, please you feel free to touch with me at Debushmita Biswas 3105@gmail.com. I would be really happy to guide you with every needful for getting into this course at the college of your dreams and thereafter by pursuing this course. So back to our focal point for this video. History exam was on 1st April and I had a very ominous feeling that bhai मेरा तो April school ही बनना है. So that is what happened. I saw that coming. Maybe it was my apprehension getting manifested into reality. So the thing is, 2 days before my history board exam, I suddenly felt the urge to dress up in a pink kurti, maybe for the sake of it, for the sake of history. And it was after my exams that I posted those photos with the caption, 2 days before my history board exam, did Karma strike? And guess what? Karma did strike. So I was given 92 initially on history. And then I was like, bhai, I know I did miss up the source based questions. Everything else was perfect. So I was expecting 95 plus. Then when I had the answer script with me, I was like, dude, I cannot be losing so many marks. So of course I applied for rechecking or reevaluation. Thereafter, my score was increased from 92 to 97. So the source based competency testing questions, where I lost it actually. First of all, let us talk about note making. I have tried note making in my notebook and I also tried note making on my desktop for some time. But I believe that the most efficient type of note making is the one that you can do on the side of your pages. First of all, I think you should try going ahead with that. Have a cursory look at whatever you are to read and then divide your big para into several small paras, which are going to be your subheadings for your answers. And as I will keep repeating several times throughout this video, that you should cover each and every beat of your chapter. Even if you are having an old edition of the NCERT textbook, and NCERT should be your God, religion and courage, as I keep repeating over and over again in all of my videos. Even if you are having an old edition, make sure that at least 1 week or like 2-3 days prior to your final exam day, you do go through the latest NCERT rationalized content from CBSE's website. You do not have to purchase the book additionally, but go through them, okay, to be on the safest side. So first of all, have a cursory look, note down what you have to learn. Information has been given. So then you have a look at it, you divide your big paras into smaller paras, which are going to be your subheadings for your answers, and do not make the subheadings like something which is going to sound very silly. Okay, make it concrete, make it something which inputs a constructive form to your answer. Take your sticky notes, the big ones which are available, and you make your points as precise as possible. Okay, so that you can reduce them to 2-3 words, and they will be enough for you to know what the point is going to talk about. And then you stick it at the side of the page, and whenever you are going to revise it, look at the sticky note, look at the points which you have made, the mnemonics which you have made, and relate it with your answer. And to give your answer a complete frame. Okay, so that is when take the help of your notebook, right? That is when you frame the answer. Okay, the topics, the subtopics, the headings, the subheadings, the different pointers, different bullets, the keywords, and everything. Okay, do not take history lightly, please do not. Let us begin with understanding the question pattern, all the MCQs, and let's go to the kind of questions that you get in MCQs. The first kind of question which you get is your straightforward or direct MCQ, which means that you cannot miss any line, any box, any timeline given at the end of your chapter, or any source. Okay, so you cannot miss anything. There is nothing that you can miss, and I'm going to rephrase it in 10 different ways, but the fact remains the same. You cannot miss a single beat of any chapter of any of your 3 textbooks if you are aiming for a 90 plus or 95 plus score. Okay, and please aim for a 99 or 100 because I could not, but you should. In your sources, make a note of what the source is conveying to you. Understand it, and understanding is very important. And make a note of the proper nouns and the years. They are very important. Photo-related questions. Go through the captions under every photo very thoroughly. Sometimes you are asked to identify a photo, and sometimes some photos are so misleading. Some captions are so misleading. The photo 1% का है, लेकिन caption में किसी और person के बारे में बताया हुआ है, which you will find in your colonialism and countryside chapter, something about Dek Chand and Mehtab Chand. Please do not mess it up. I messed it up in my CUET. Whatever information is given below it, which also means that वो Colin Mackenzie का जो printing था, जो painter था, या सब anonymous painter किसी ने उसका का बनाया है, वो भी learn chronological order based questions, for which your national movement is very important. Okay, make separate tables. I know a timeline is given at the end of the chapter, but for your own convenience and in case there is some year given within the chapter which gets missed, more dates you add to your long questions as well, the more helpful it is for you. And also, you get matched the following for chronological order or arrange this in chronological sequence. And sometimes they do get confusing. They are indeed confusing. So it's better that you make your own separate table and go through them repeatedly. Whatever helps you to learn the years. Okay, dynasty is also the chronological order. Remember them, especially in case of your Haryanka dynasty, Shishunak dynasty, Nanda dynasty, then Mauryan dynasty, then Yoshunga dynasty. So that order is very important for your Sangam dynasty, Saluva dynasty, Tuluva dynasty, Arabidu dynasty. That order is also very important, and also assertion reasoning. So I thought by assertion reasoning मेरा खेल खत्म है, लेकिन वहाँ पे मेरा खेल खत्म नहीं हुआ because I understood by the time my history exam was there, I understood the correct strategy to do it. I first of all checked if both your assertion and reasoning are true or not. अगर कोई एक false निकला तो C और D में से कोई एक लिख दोगे, that is done. But do not just write at A which is false or which is true. Please follow the A, B, C, D. The problem comes in when both of your statements are true and you don't know whether reasoning is explaining the assertion or not. If your assertion and reasoning can be connected with a because or therefore. I don't think CBSE is going to make that mistake, but if it is to be A, that both A and B, A and R are true and R is the correct expression of A, तो तुम्हारा because से connected हो जाएगा. अगर it is the case that ऐसा लग रहा है कि reasoning को explain कर रहा है assertion, तो तुम्हारा therefore से connected हो रहा है. That is one case. और एक केस है कि तुम्हें लग रहा है कि तुम्हारा assertion and reasoning दोनों are connected to the same topic, same concept, but you cannot understand whether they are explaining each other or R is explaining it. So in that case, A or B, that correct explanation and not correct explanation दोनों लिखो. But keep in mind, you are having 21 MCQs, तो तुम 1 से 21 पहले लिख लो. तुम्हें जो आंसर्स लग रहा है सही, वो तुम से तुम्हारा 6 में ही assertion लिखने का, तो तुम 6 में A पहले लिखो पूरा. And in MCQs, please do write the entire answer, not just write the options. So you just first write your A. both are true and correct explanation of it. And then end में जाके 21 करने के बाद you write number 6 once again. फिर you write both are true but R is not the correct explanation of it. I don't think they're going to make it quite complicated, but you can write 2 options for one answer, but डू नॉट मेक देम लाइक एक के बाद एक 6 लिख दिया, फिर नेक्स्ट लाइन में फिर से 6 लिख दिया, ऐसा मत करो। पूरा करने के बाद लास्ट में जाके जो आंसर्स में कंफ्यूजन है, ऐसा नहीं कि सारे 4 ऑप्शंस लिखना है भाई, दैट इज नॉट एक्सेप्टेबल। If at all you're confused between 2 options, then please do this. If you're confused between 3 options, then I don't know about you, मैंने पढ़ाई नहीं किया, please. Then we come to which statements are correct or incorrect, which statements are false or true. So be careful with the term, whether the question is asking for something which is correct or incorrect or false or true. Sometimes we do make the mistake of writing the opposite. So please utilize your 15 minutes of reading time very judiciously. Within that 15 minutes, you have to go through all your 21 MCQs and like choose the most appropriate answers, the answers which you are most sure of, and also draft a mental outline of your 3 marker and 8 marker questions, and go through your source based questions as well. So please use your 15 minutes very judiciously. Even in those 15 minutes are going to be the most important 15 minutes of your life in case of history. I can guarantee you. Do not think about anything else. Bhai, jo ho gaya, whatever you have prepared. Know that you have gone through everything, you have studied everything, and now is the time to put it out on paper. So those 15 minutes should be just you and the paper. Do not give a damn to something on better, something on better, each one better, one better, nothing. Invigilator will be correct. Do not give a damn. Take my personal like opinion. When in the examination hall, do not give a damn to whatever the invigilator is doing or saying, other than following your own watch. तुम्हें पता रहना चाहिए कि भाई मेरा टाइम जा रहा है, मेरे हाथ में इतना टाइम है, मुझे करना है. Just be yourself. It's like be in your own bubble. Okay, you and your question paper and answer script. That's it. Nothing else. Well, अगर तुम्हें बोल रहा है कि कौन से स्टेटमेंट्स करेक्ट है, कौन से स्टेटमेंट्स इनकरेक्ट है, तो करेक्ट के लिए तुम पहले इनकरेक्ट वाला देखो भाई कि हाँ मेरा ABCD है, इस चार्ट में तो C ही इनकरेक्ट है, तो तुम्हारा क्या C इनकरेक्ट निकल गया, A B और तुम्हारा D करेक्ट है. Books of Ain Akbari, which are like each 5 parts, and each part is talking about something, and be careful with the terms because quite often they are overlapping, I believe, as far as what I can recall. And also the names of the Sufi saints, but not those which are given in the table. My friend, please go through all the names, the Sufi saints, the Bhakti, Alvar, 9 saints which were given. Go through everything, where they went, where they have their like dargah, where they were born, what they did, where they did, which ruler like patronized them or whatever. Do those names, do those names of the places, names of the rulers, names of the Sufi saints, leaders, and thereafter तुम्हारे national movement में leaders and all. Do everything properly. तुम्हारा constitution वाला chapter में से leaders and their arguments, very important. Leaders and their arguments, the facts which they are presenting, like pack them into compartments. Okay, that this 4 people are talking about this and their arguments. It's pretty easy. Like just understand what they're telling, relate with that, and you're done. Great to go with. So नाम ठीक से करना है, arguments ठीक से करना है. Last वाला chapter 3 marks questions. Do the entire chapter to be able to answer your paper, your 80 marks वाला paper completely. That is why I say understanding is very important. I always prioritize understanding over learning, over rote learning, over memorization, or whatever you like might say. And that is something which I follow even today because I know if I have understood it, it doesn't matter कि मेरे पास facts है या नहीं. If I have understood it, मैं कुछ भी लिख दूंगी. और तुम भी कुछ भी लिख दोगे. Even if you don't remember the factual information, if you have understood it, कुछ भी लिख सकते हो. Even if you see those competency-based questions, it might happen that you have practiced them, you have solved such questions several times, but somehow you are panicking. Okay, do not panic. As I told, 15 minutes of reading time को अच्छे से utilize करो. Please know that तुमने सब पढ़ा है, you have read everything. Like question might be ambiguous, but question will always have keywords. You have learned everything, you have understood everything. Now you just need to do one small thing. You need to recall that which part of your like learning fits perfectly into the like question which is given to you. Perfectly भी fit करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Which is as close, like which part of your learning is as close to whatever the question is asking for. 3 markers as well. Do make flow charts anyhow you can. Anyhow, even if they are in form of statements, make flowcharts. Just give what the question is demanding, like put it at the top and then arrows देके. Just do it. Presentation is very important in that sense because as it is कि तुम्हारे पेपर के end तक जाते जाते like Indus Valley Civilization की script की तरह तुम्हारा handwriting की enigmatic हो जाएगा. मेरा होता है, I know. So make sure that like you present it as much as you can in a good way. Like सब headings को boxes में डालो, scale use करो, boxes में डालो, या फिर अगर one word का कुछ है then circle कर दो, ठीक है? And draw a mind map. Even if you cannot before writing the answer, after writing the answer, just as a summary or as a part of your conclusion, do make a mind map. I had finished my syllabus well in advance by mid of December. Yet there were chapters like Bhakti Sufi, which troubled me the most. Okay, I was so scared of this chapter. And then I took up history honors. Peasants, zamindars, and the state, and colonialism and the countryside. And yeah, so my preparation had several loopholes in case of these chapters. So now is the right time to work on the loopholes which you are having. Identify the chapters in which you have a problem. The entire chapter as a whole, ठीक है? कोई चैप्टर लग रहा है कि भाई ठीक से नहीं पढ़ा, मन नहीं कर रहा था, अच्छा नहीं लगा, बहुत वीक प्रिपरेशन है, वो करो, वो ठीक से करो. And then जो चैप्टर्स में लगता है कि हाँ भाई अच्छे से हो गया, लेकिन वो चैप्टर्स लेके आइडेंटिफाई करो उन चैप्टर्स में से कौन से टॉपिक है जिसमें प्रॉब्लम है. एंड ट्रस्ट मी, बहुत सारे टॉपिक्स निकलेंगे. Whether it's a source, whether it's a box, whether it's the timeline or whatever. Especially thinkers, beliefs and buildings वाला timeline and your Bhakti Sufi वाला timeline. Very important and very difficult to learn as well. Timelines में से भी MCQ आ सकता है. All those colonial writers and what like their literary work. I'm not telling you to learn the sources per se, but I'm telling you to understand what message the source is conveying. And जो भी तुम्हें लग रहा है कि कोई बुक का नेम है, कोई like author का नेम है, कोई मैसेज कन्वे कर रहा है, कोई सेज का नेम है, कोई फिलोसोफर का नेम है, कोई रूलर का नेम है as from your that Buddhism chapter. तो all of those लिख लो. And sources कहाँ से you are taking it, which story like the story taken from which part of महाभारत आदि पर्व से लिया है, या फिर तुम्हारा सुप्ता पिटाका, विनायक पिटाका कुछ भी से लिया है, वो सोर्स याद रखना is very important. So अलग से एक लिस्ट बना लो कि number 1 this source is conveying say the story of Makkari Gosala, I guess something was there. So which and then the source, ठीक है? तो ये याद रख लो. Most important. Know what you are studying, know what you are learning. Understand it, so you'll remember it, ठीक है? And बाकी years, names of the rulers and all, वो तो flow में आ जाएगा. But remember that knowing what kind of information you have to learn is more important than the information which you have to learn. So what kind of information you have to learn is more important than what information you have to learn. So this is something which I still follow. Okay, it is really helpful. So know कि हाँ भाई, I have to answer this question. What kind of answer, what kind of points this question is asking for? तो points मैंने बना लिया 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. मेरे point number 1 में कैसी type की information है? ठीक है? Am I talking about the sources in point 1? तो I just remember how the sources के बारे में बात करना है. So if you understood कि इसका source ये है, so it gets easy, just like that. 8 markers. So sometimes your 8 marker questions might be ambiguous, but as I told you, pick out the keywords, assimilate them, and accordingly connect them. फिर लिख दो, भाई recall करो कि इसके related मैंने क्या-क्या पढ़ाई किया. Bad situation है कि तुम्हें उसके related कुछ याद ही नहीं आ रहा, ठीक है? कि याद तुमने पढ़ा है लेकिन तुम्हें समझ नहीं पा रही हो. Question समझना is important. तो ऐसे understanding the question is also important. तो तुम्हें जो भी याद आ रहा है उस keyword related, उस topic related, उस proper noun related, उस chapter related, भाई तुम्हें जो याद आ रहा है, तुमने जो समझा है वही लिख दो. And do not try to copy paste the lines from NCERT. And this is something which I will tell you because I'm not a big fan of learning every line, every single line like A to Z by heart because I cannot. Honestly, I cannot. I do not have that great memorization skills. So what I do is I understand it and facts मैं याद कर लेती हूँ. Facts अलग से मैं note down करके कैसे भी होके under like circle whatever highlight मैं वो याद कर लेती हूँ. लेकिन I remember the sequence. I understand the sequence and then I write. Okay, so do that. You cannot pen down everything. You have to mold your answer as just the way the question asks for it. So you don't have to learn everything by heart. You have to understand. You have to remember the sequence, the chronology, and just give it. ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि तुम्हारा कोई एक फॉर्म में कोई क्वेश्चन आ गया है जो तुम्हारा एनसीईआरटी में 3 मार्क्स के लिए भी नहीं था, बट व्हेन दे आर आस्किंग फॉर इट मींस इट वाज देयर इन द चैप्टर. सो इंटीग्रेट योर लर्निंग फ्रॉम ऑल ओवर द चैप्टर एंड देन राइट. ओके, देन अंडरलाइन योर कीवर्ड्स. इट वर्कड इन माय केस बिकॉज़ मैंने विठाला टेंपल और विरूपाक्षा टेंपल का इंफॉर्मेशन मिक्स अप कर दिया था और मुझे पता नहीं था कि कौन से पॉइंट्स मैंने गलत लिखा है. मैंने क्या किया, उस पॉइंट्स में अंडरलाइन नहीं किया, बाकी पॉइंट्स को अंडरलाइन कर दिया सो दैट एग्जामिनर कैन सी कि हां इसने तो ये लिखा है. आई वोंट गो इनटू दैट. Introduction, presentation, conclusion. Of course, that is the rule. So, in case of your question on modern administration, you first introduction में do not write introduction, presentation, conclusion. Do not write like that. Headings करके मत लिखो. Just know that the examiner will know. Okay. Then you write when you start writing the main answer, तब of course you write that the key features of modern administration were and how the significance and all. ऐसे divide करते रहो. So first introduce the chronology of the dynasties, then about the establishment of modern dynasty, then the expanse of the territory, then Ashoka के बारे में थोड़ा सा लिख दो, and then go into your answer, the presentation about the key features of administration. And फिर conclusion में appreciate it. अच्छी बातें करो. How it helped consolidate the empire and how Ashoka was popular, Devanampi, Apyadasi and all of those things. वो सब कुछ लिख दो, ठीक है? Then for example another question on Krishnadevaraya and how he helped in consolidating the empire and strengthening it. So if you're NCERT, you do not have like that much information to make it an 8 marks question, but remember you have to make it an 8 marks answer. So introduction about you see again the chronology of dynasties, फिर विजयनगरस की expanse के बारे में बता दो. Going to when the answer, then don't just talk about Krishnadevaray's achievements and all. Also talk about his architectural. So there was something left an indelible mark on the architecture of medieval India. तो वो वाला भी like include everything. Whatever कुछ भी याद आ रहा है कि कृष्णदेवराय का नाम यहाँ पे था भाई लिख दो. The अमुक के मल्लिका था भाई तुम वो भी लिख दो. Then his significance like how you understand conclusion में you can write how you understand his significance when after his death there was a decline in the empire. तो तब you write like you can draw contrast between him and Rama Raya. ठीक है, तो ऐसे करके अपना आंसर मोल्ड करो. मतलब इतनी लेवल का क्रिएटिव राइटिंग स्टोरी मेकिंग सीख गई हूँ कॉलेज में आपकी. I wish I knew this during my boards. Important, analyze the sources that you know about Gandhi from, even the letters, know the summary, and like draw your own perception about the letters from them and the reports as well. Include yours wherever you can. Okay. So then we come to your source-based questions, the most difficult part of the source-based questions. And because the biggest problem was that most of us panicked, and I panicked a lot. Okay. So my dear Julius, I'll give you the best advice possible. Like do not panic. कुछ पढ़ा है, ठीक है? क्योंकि source like ऐसा नहीं है कि ये source तुमने नहीं पढ़ा भाई इससे क्वेश्चन आ गया. अंदर से तो क्वेश्चन नहीं आएगा. अगर अंदर से क्वेश्चन आएगा तो तुम वो पढ़ के कीवर्ड्स पे फोकस करो. क्वेश्चन के कीवर्ड पे फोकस करो. वो सोर्स पे कहाँ पे वो कीवर्ड है या समथिंग सिमिलर टू दैट और सिनोनिमस टू दैट समथिंग इधर-उधर उसके प्रॉक्सिमिटी में कुछ है तो वो पिक करके तुम आंसर रिफ्रेश कर दो, पैराफ्रेज कर दो, आंसर लिख दो. अगर सोर्स के अंदर से है सो डू नॉट पैनिक. सोर्स के बाहर से भी है तो डू नॉट पैनिक बिकॉज़ इट इज आफ्टर ऑल टेस्टिंग योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ द एंटायर चैप्टर एज अ होल. सो integrate your common sense, your own assessment of what it is asking for, your knowledge from the NCERT textbook, your knowledge of contemporary life or like something which you read in class 6, 7, 8 whatever कुछ भी जो तुम्हें समझ आ रहा है तुम वो लिख दो. ऐसा मत सोचो कि भाई ये तो नहीं था ये क्या लिखूंगी ये गलत हो जाएगा. भाई ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्या ही होगा. तो practice as many source based questions as you can from PYQs, from sample question papers, whatever. ठीक है. Maybe I should have also tried to analyze the passage from various angles instead of focusing on भाई क्या लिखा है. And मैंने तो ये नहीं किया, ऐसी टाइप क्वेश्चन कभी नहीं किया. So when you are reading every source, that is why I tell you reading the sources are important because try to understand what all are the probable questions that can be framed from that source. Okay, so map. Coming to the map, the last segment. I did not practice maps, but I got all correct. How? Ask me how. Because I marked them once and then I looked at them several times. बहुत बार. इतनी बार देखा था कि like तब ना एक like mentally print टाइप का हो गया था. अब मुझे याद नहीं है. Both parts of your map questions are important. Two parts are there ना कि one map में A B मार्क होता है और एक तुम्हें मार्क करना पड़ता है. I used to think कि कोई क्या करना होता है. That is why I lost marks in the pre-boards, but thank God I really did lose marks in pre-boards because the more mistakes you make now, the more are the chances of you not making those mistakes in your boards and ultimately faring excellently. Say assess yourself, give mock tests, setting before a timer, and honestly involve your parents into that. I will not say rely on your friends or your classmates because ultimately they are also dealing with the same thing which you are dealing and not expect that they must be doing something extraordinary. No, it's your own preparation, own performance. So just focus on yourself. Try कि तुम अपने आप जितना कर पाओ उतना करो. Senior से help मांग सकते हो. You can reach out to me on my Instagram sometimes and my email ID which is always available. And I would be more than happy to guide you in whichever way I can. Unfortunately, I do not have any material with me right now because I'm living in a hostel and of course I haven't carried all my books. It's pretty doable. You will be able to score more than I did. Trust me when I say this. Do not set 97 as your limit. Please set 100 as your goal. And I really wish since 99 or 100 was my goal and I could not achieve that. So this is the point where we get emotional. Anyway, so I really wish that, I really pray that any of my viewers who is watching this and reflecting upon this, please try your best to score a 99 and 100 and after this, please get back to me because I could not, but you should on my behalf. Please try your best because if you go somewhere close to that, that will be like a milestone for you and I will know that I have been somewhere close to that. But anyway, I don't even make sense at this point. Anyway, that was it for this video and for the love of history, all the best. Love you all so much and all the very best. Your preparation is much more stronger than you think it is and all you need is confidence, understanding and no panicking, please. And go through everything. The day before the exam, go through everything. 2 days before the exam se shuru karna, go through everything, okay? Like revision bahut bar karo. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I could genuinely guide you. So yeah, with love, Devushmita. Bye.